Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Darlene and I will be doing your reading in just a moment. We have a lovely gentleman coming through today. I want to say thank you for tuning in and for clicking on my video. I'm just getting started here on YouTube, so all that really helps my channel to grow, and it also helps these videos reach other people who perhaps this is meant for. It might be their family member even if it's not yours. So you will hit that like button and do all that good stuff. You know what the drill is, right? It all helps. Anyway, okay, so let's get right into the read. Today I have a chef coming through, and this gentleman was, well, it's hard to say when he passed how old he was, but he was successful in his career and was fairly well known for his abilities, and he's showing me him in the kitchen at a very nice restaurant. So not getting the name of that restaurant, that wouldn't be something I would normally get anyway. But what they're telling me is he was more known in the end because they're showing me a scene like at his funeral service, or it wasn't the service, it was at some gathering that related to his passing, and the people were talking about him, and apparently he was more well known for even than his abilities as a chef. But in that community he was well known for being generous, and when I say generous, the phrase I was given was, I want to get this correct. He helped many people who came through his kitchen, and by help they mean he gave money to help a lot of young would-be chefs and people who love that industry, but they were struggling financially. And not only those people, but other people too that came that he knew could have been servers, could have been, I don't know who all, but they're just saying he did it quietly, he helped people quietly, but it was something he felt was important to do, and word kind of got out, and that was as big of a part as of what he was known for than his actual abilities as a chef. Anyway. And I think this reading is for his daughter, because they're showing me at one point, you, the viewer, the daughter, worked with him. And I believe it was something to do with the food industry business, the restaurant itself, very probably. Now, I don't know if that means you took reservations or you helped behind the scenes more in getting the food procured, or could have just been in some accounting function. They're not showing me that, but you worked with him in this business for a while. But then you left because it just wasn't your thing. It wasn't your passion. And he's bringing this up because he said that's okay. It wasn't your personality. It wasn't your passion. And oh, I forgot one thing that they were showing me, because I don't know if I just know this from TV and it may not be true, but it looks pretty, certainly intense, if not almost ruthless, when you go behind the scenes in one of these really nice restaurants, when these chefs are cranking it out and they're barking orders, and it's what they have to do to get their job done. But chefs of that caliber tend to be a little rough around the edges, is what they're telling me. And he wasn't like that. Although he did get the job done, he was just known as being a nice man and not that tough. He did what he had to do. Anyway, okay, that was a bit of a sidebar. So getting back to you, the viewer, the daughter, he's wanting to bring this up because he's saying it's okay that it wasn't your passion, your career path. He said, I had hoped that it would be, because I had so much I could have taught you and shared with you. But he said, I knew, I could tell that it really wasn't your passion. And then, of course, however long you were there, 2-3 years, whatever it was, you knew that also and went on to find your own way in the world. So the reason he's bringing this through is because he has a grandson, you, the viewer's child, that is still young, but he's telling me he has the creative bent, the creative juices, the creative genes even. And he's, okay, let me get this right. He's saying okay. So he's wanting you to encourage this child, and he's sensing that your reservation is that he will follow in his grandfather's footsteps, and that won't be a good thing because it's so competitive and it's such a hard industry to become successful in. And so naturally you have his best interest at heart. But what he can see that you can't see, apparently, because he's talking about he wants you to encourage the child. He said he already has a very early curiosity. He's showing me specifically about cooking, but it's more than that. He's saying this child is different. It's more than that. It's more, he just has an overall general creativity about him. And he says, if you will encourage him and cultivate this interest, this curiosity, this creative side that this child has, that will serve him very well later on in life, and not necessarily in the way that you think it will. There is something that this child will learn, he's telling me. Some knowledge that he will come by along the way that he will make his own and make, I'm struggling, trying to get the right words here. It's almost like he'll invent something new. He'll create something new, make something bigger and better than, he'll take all the sum of the parts of the knowledge that he has, but then he'll reinvent it into something different and new and innovative. Now, I don't know that that's necessarily has to do with owning a restaurant even, but it feels like it might have to do with food, something to do with food. This could be some scientific breakthrough. I mean, I really don't know, but something about the knowledge that he will gain over the course, if you will allow him and encourage him, will be valuable and will put him on the right path in life to accomplish some mission and to contribute. They're actually saying, and to contribute to something very valuable in the world. Okay, that was a big message for somebody out there. All right. Well, let me ask, is there anything else? He's telling me, he said he likes your new haircut. Apparently, I think you had longer hair and you had it cut shorter, and he's saying to tell you he likes your new haircut. That's to the daughter. Anything else? Nope, that's it. He's pulling his energy back now. So thank you for tuning in. By the way, I also do other kinds of readings. If you would go over and check out my playlist there, I have lots of Scorpio readings and all kind of other readings there. If you're interested in any of that, and if not, please stay tuned for next week. I try to do one of these readings every week and post it. And also, you might want to check on if you are subscribed to my channel, you'll get a notice in my community post when I go live, and I do readings during those lives, so you can ask me questions and so forth. So you might want to subscribe and get notified. I've got one coming up very soon. It'll only be for subscribers though. That is the Sunday the 10th, if you see this video before then. All right, well, thank you guys for being here very, very much. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I wish you many blessings. Bye-bye.